Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Legend. This music is way too intense for the slow growth and farming phase of the game, but like all the game's music tracks, it is pretty fantastic. So we're back at it with the Ardent Mages trying to win another influence-based victory. What is that called? The diplomatic victory. We're trying to win another diplomatic victory. So here's the things I want to do differently. Number one, we should try to meet all the players in the game a little bit earlier. For a couple of reasons. Number one, this will give us a slow drip of diplomatic points. The end of the last game was not so slow that I think the slow drip of diplomatic points would have mattered. But I didn't actually do the math. But, you know, there's no reason not to get them if they're on the table, right? And number two is that it'll give us a better idea of what the global sort of geopolitical situation is and let us intercede in a way that's slightly more effective. Number two, I might have to actually sit down and do some math at some point, which I will probably, edit out of the video, because it's not going to be terribly interesting to hear me talk about the math, probably until after I've done it at the very least. Anyway, let's focus up right now. When I say do math, I guess, hold on. When I say do math, what I'm talking about is figuring out the right time to switch from building the engine to actually using the engine. And if it's not clear what I mean when I say engine in this context, the sort of the engine effect in a game, go ahead and say so in the comments, and I'll maybe make a supplementary video that explains kind of what I mean, because it's a little bit too much of a topic to delve into in the middle of this. So let's get into the middle of this, shall we? Let's have a look around. I don't hate this starting location, but it's not spectacular either. I'm always talking about how I think food and industry are the most important things in the early game, and this is a nice food and industry location, although actually it's not that much food. I'm thinking probably if we want to settle in this forest, we have to settle here between the anomalies, because I really don't fancy a 2 science start. I thought 4 science start is going to be bad enough. We can build out to the river quickly, and then we can pick up aquapulvistics. It's not bad. What are we looking at here? 91424 versus 71844. Yeah, this location does have the higher industry as well. Alright, well, let's keep splitting people off and looking around. What's our starting region? The Gorin. And we have a Haunts village visible right over the border. Yeah, it's not horrible. It's not my favorite start ever, but it is not bad. We have had a couple of really fortuitous starts lately. Ooh, wine. I do love wine. And over here we have steel stalks, which are a great anomaly. Plus industry, plus approval anomalies are always just so great. Alright, so let's take our little floating crystals. Is this clear? For some reason, our settlers have, some of this pillar technology built into their necks. Unfortunately, neither of these is an approval anomaly. Alright, we are almost certainly going to want to have our dude on science, because this is going to be miserable. Fortunately, our need for the mill foundry is not too desperate this time out. 4 turns to finish the Founders Memorial without anybody on industry that's pretty good, actually. Alright, so parley with 2 villages. Working on it. It's going to be just a moment. This region's not amazing. I wish those steel stalks were a little further from the edge of the region. Okay, so hold up. It looks like I don't see a resource in our starting region yet. That doesn't mean there isn't one. We still have some tiles unrevealed, but I'm a little nervous. It wouldn't be the end of the world. Alright, I will reveal the rest of our starting tiles, but let's grab this ruin first. Alright, so we're at 100. When do I want to lay down the first pillar? Because, remember, the second pillar is going to be 105, so I could try to wait until we have 145. But maybe, given our pretty desperate science situation, we should just throw down. Take the 4 tiles. Yeah, that's almost certainly right. I probably should have put it down on the first turn. I was going to try to wait until we could reasonably throw down 2 pillars, but that's just a little bit greedy. Not to say that it won't happen, though. We might get real lucky with the dust here. It looks like it's going pretty well. Alright, usually I prefer dust to small amounts of strategic resources. Small amounts of luxury resources can be really valuable. Alright, so what are we looking at for legendary deeds? I actually didn't check. Activate 4 boosters to get 130 die. Die is a valuable resource. Pacify 8 villages to get initiative. We might be able to pull that off, depending on how our parlays go. So, I think I'm going to double these guys back so that we can parlay with our home region minor faction on the first turn we have parlay available. Give these guys 8 wine. Well, I'm not necessarily completely opposed to that, but we have to find some first. Alright, we did it. Yay! I think I'm going to commit to army stuff with this hero again. Well, plus 8 science. Like, the science boost 1 isn't that great, but having just plus 8 science. Although, I guess I'm level 2, so science boost 1 is also plus 8 science. Maybe we should commit really hard to... Yeah, that's an interesting idea. I didn't do this last time, but what if we use our hero to commit super hard to science? Okay, we got 10 blood crystals. We're definitely popping that immediately. And then we just try to use the science to get Empire Mint and Aquapulvistics up, and just try to dust our way into a secondary hero really quickly and have that hero lead the army. Okay, 5 glass steel. That's one of those ones that I don't particularly like to get. Alright, let's see about meeting the neighbors. This might be unwise. Oh, did I actually look at their quest? What was the quest? Give us 50 dust is their quest. For 10 influence? Yeah, okay. Alright, take a hero to the other Nidya army. Or to the other Nidya village. I can do that. That is the outcome I was hoping for, but I wouldn't have minded giving away our small cache of glass steel either. So let's just start a sweep around. We're still looking for good settling locations. This region has... like, this is okay. Doesn't get us out to the water very quickly, though, is one of my main concerns. Alright, so we have Mill Foundry in 2. Since we've got a dead turn here. We can't even make a settler during the dead turn because we haven't made enough food to produce a second citizen. Okay, colonize this region from... okay, this is another Gorin region. What does the Gorin assimilate? I actually don't remember. Oh, we can see a ruin over here. Let's head that way. Wow, this is a nice region. Holy crap, look at how good a city right here would be. Of course, the AI didn't settle there, because they hate good settling locations. Oh, hey, how's it going? Hi, Purple. Well, somewhere nearby there is a Purple Forgotten player. I am overjoyed. But hey, silver lining, we started gaining diplomatic points off of Purple. Yeah, you know what? It might honestly not be that difficult to get us a second hero. So, actually, the only thing we're allowed to build is a Warlock. Well, let's put a turn of build into a Warlock here. Not totally pleased with that. That's not a great outcome. So what's next? If we're going to pursue this secondary hero thing... I mean, we need science. Yeah, okay. Let's go public library because it's the more powerful of the two science buildings when you're in a low science area. Topography, you know, really thrives in high science areas. So we'll go library into Empire Mint, possibly into Aquapulvistics, depending on if we've managed to find time for a burrow yet. Okay. It's given us a new ruin to go search. And Breakwall's not a bad... what do you call it? It's not a bad artifact at all. is a pretty reasonable thing for your hero to hold in their not kill in hand. Ooh, we got Lust for Loot. I am pleased. Okay, so it looks like we're maybe not going to be doing that focus on science thing right away because Lust for Loot. Wow, this region is a lot larger than I was expecting. Jeez. It's so flat, too. It's just like empty, featureless plain. Alright, well, I mean, Lust for Loot is fantastic. What a boon to have discovered. Alright, we got our second birth, or our second citizen, our first birth. Okay. How are we going to get over here? Okay. So how many villages was that? That was 3. That's not bad. That put us in first place on the quest. So you don't have to get a lot of successful 3-village pacifies, right? Unfortunately, our home region's not really cooperating. So blue is here, pink is here. Purple is this way somewhere. I'm going to try to move away before purple gets it in their head to attack us. Come on, please don't follow me. Okay, purple has other stuff to do. So we can go ahead and expend all of our heroes' movement. Alright, get a ruin search here. And then snap over and do another ruin search. Well, by the time we commit this hero to the city, she's going to have crazy bonus science on her. Alright, this region has a wine deposit and titanium. This is a very valuable region. However, it's also against the coast, adjacent to us, and apparently nobody else. So we might be able to wait on that one. Alright, now Lust for Loot can be very, very powerful. Hey, come on. I was trying to move. The game gives us good odds. The XP from beating purple up would not be a bad thing, but I'm not 100% sure that I agree with the game's assessment here. Yeah, alright. That's what I figured. That's not going to go any different if I manual it. Our warlock is going to one-shot one of their assassins, but he's going to die to the 2 attacks that he takes from their assassins. And then our hero is not going to be able to fight off their hero and their other assassin at the same time. I didn't think so. But I figured, what the hey, we'll give it a go. Clearly the game is very dedicated to this happening. It did not let me spend my movement until after it got to sucker punch us, basically. So that's kind of annoying. Oh, hey, red. Okay, so here, somewhere over here, and then here. We are sort of hedged in. Skyen might actually be really valuable just to keep red at bay. I don't know. I am not super enthused about our start anymore. It's still not bad. Alright, so we got our break wall, which is a fine shield. But I don't like how competitive it looks like it might be. And we're going to have to actually talk to some villages if we want to pacify 8 of them in time. Alright. Emeralds and glass steel. Man. Boy, they really know how to spoil us, huh? We can pop the emeralds when the blood crystals wear off to keep us up in the happy approval bracket, which is nice. So 2 turns. Okay. As the library finishes, our next building will become available. Let's see what these guys want. Hopefully something easy. Give them a glass deal. That was, sadly, a single village region. I was pretty sure that was the case, but there was one tile not revealed, and for some reason, minor faction villages do tend to occur near the edge of the area, so I was just sort of being hopeful. Alright, so if we find another 3-village region that we can pacify relatively easily, all we have to do is do that and then destroy any one village anywhere. Because knocking a village over also pacifies it. It's a pretty classic old-school definition of pacify there. Okay, we might get lucky with that one. Purple's sort of floating around, so we're certainly not guaranteed. And pink is the cult. Oh, that's actually really good for us, I think. We should try to meet them. Get that slow trickle of points. So we didn't get a quest from these guys, but this is a 1-village region. We could go knock over the village that's near our home region. That's in our home region, since it's so close to our city. I think the thing to do here might be to just swap the hero across to this other army. What's her, like 3 turns left? 1 turn left. Okay, yeah. We're definitely doing that. So what is this army? What else is this army going to do? I guess they should go and talk to these guys. Let's see what their quest is. And our pillar has run out. It is in fact the case that our home region has no strategics. Unusual, not unheard of. I kind of don't want to put down a second pillar because I really do want to try to get this mercenary market thing. Alright, we've met pink. It's a very not unsettling, totally normal thing that they're doing there with their body. Yeah. We're gonna get attacked. We're gonna not switch the hero over until... Oh, I guess they're not going to attack us. Okay, and purple's on the other side of them. That actually bodes pretty poorly for them. Alright, big pile of glass steel, and now the quest is pulling us further into enemy territory. But it's offering us some gold, which is the first reward that's actually, like, pretty good. Okay, I may as well let this finish. Yeah. Settler time, probably. After that. Yeah, we've got to claim some territory. I'm just not sure where. I guess probably this region is so juicy. This region just has glass steel in it. As far as we can see, I didn't actually clear it all the way out. But we could settle, you know, up here somewhere maybe, take advantage of the 6 industry since there's not a lot of better settles. I guess the other thing we could do is settle near the clay and get coast. Like right here is... it's not awesome. And this region does have the villages pacified already, so that's nice. Yeah, you know what? We'll settle down here. This is not amazing. But it might be the right play, because I really do want ocean access early. We saw how very useful that could be last time. And I guess every time before that, because it always comes up. Alright, we gotta get out of here. Okay, the blood crystals have ended. Let's pop the emeralds. Just keep ourselves happy. Everybody loves having some emeralds to rub on their skin, I guess? What is it that we do with the emeralds that increases our approval? Okay, well that's a little unlikely. We can fight this village with the assistance of the capital. If there's at least 2 villages in Gadanak, and Gadanak closes out with that quest, then killing these 2 villages with the help of the city garrison would do it, right? We're at 4 right now. And we're definitely not going to get that quest. That said, haunts are not necessarily an incredibly easy fight. So here's what I'm going to do. Let's search this ruin, figure out what we're doing with our hero, and then figure out if we can afford to snap our hero back to this army when her assignment cooldown is off. Because I'd rather have her present for that. We can fight the Gorin without her, but I'd rather have her for the haunts. Sometimes haunts are a little bit rough. Right, come on. Let's get this done quickly. I want to get out of here. Are you kidding me? It's even further in. Ugh. But it's wine. Okay, yeah, we're going for wine. An army in Liligu has 10 Moonleaf for me. Is this one of those things where I have to kill them? Because I think we might be able to ignore that and hope Pink kills them off and get credit for it. So that being the case, we got a couple of turns. I'm going to go and pacify these guys first, I guess. I'm going to merge our... Well... I was going to say I'm going to merge our existing warlock into this army, but actually we're paying no upkeep for him while he's garrisoned, or at least reduced upkeep, I think. So let's keep that up, because our treasury is not exactly in the best place. I'm desperate to actually make enough money to take advantage of this now that I bought it. Let's not do anything silly. So heroes right now are like 280 probably? Yeah. We'd have to get a little lucky with our ruin searches. Ah. Bad guys everywhere. Actually, that's a settler. Okay, this is nonsense. You have 7 units in your capital garrison and 4 units in your second city garrison, and we saw another army over here and a settler out. Come on now. Alright, what did that put us at? That put us at 6. Alright, I think we're actually going to get this. All we have to do is win this fight and then win that fight. Although, you know, maybe that's not going to be that easy. So these guys have 4 move, which isn't actually that many spaces in the forest. Alright. We should be... Wow. Okay, guys. I was about to say, we should be hitting relatively hard. We just have to worry about the, you know, the damage we take in response. But then we didn't hit hard. Really, you did 0 on the counterattack, too. Wonderful. Okay, my units are, dramatically underperforming. Well, at least that time he didn't do 0 on his counterattack. That's important. Come on, kill him. Oh, no. Well, run. If he doesn't choose to target... Okay. Yeah, we need to have a warlock left over to engage the fight against the haunts. Okay, good. And he allowed himself to be cornered. I really appreciate that. Ugh. Terrible. Alright. Let's try to get through this as quickly as possible. Oh, I wasn't thinking about the fact that the settler counts as a unit and as such has a zone of control. Because it shouldn't, because that's ridiculous. Alright, well, let's move over here, but I'm not attacking until we get our hero back. Really? I was like, it was going to be next turn, probably. Well, maybe the turn after. Oh, that's frustrating. Turn 17, red takes it. We actually had it that time. Ah, that's a bummer. on, search. And then keep moving. Okay, well, we got the big reward. The big dust reward from that. So that's cool. I'm still going to do this, I think. I don't really want this village to spawn miners. Alright, so as of right now, Skyene is still the plan. After we build this guy, we're not going to have a point of population left to construct a burrow. So why don't we pick up sewer system for right now? I don't usually pick up sewer system. It's more efficient to just use central market if you can get away with just using central market. So I could research zealots instead. Actually, let's do that. We should probably also do our faction quest. That's right. Well, one thing at a time. Come on. Yeah, I was not given a chance to move there. I clicked the earliest it was possible to click. The game had thoroughly decided before the beginning of the turn that I was getting attacked. Alright. Alright, good luck with the dust. That's very nice, actually. So now we can move our hero this turn? Yep. Can and must. Because that guy up there is dead. Alright, let's grab these zealots. Now, it used to be the case, I don't know if it still is, it used to be the case that you couldn't retrofit units if you picked them up before you learned their design, and that I'm going to guess that it still is the case, but I didn't want to wait any longer. Oh, nope. No escape. I was hoping to meet green. Alright, let's take these. I think this is worthwhile. We may actually want to redevote some people to dust real quick just to ensure that we can get the hero we need. Yep, it's going to be a second. Alright, so do I want to... Actually, do I want to do... Doesn't even add a turn to the research? Yeah, let's do it. So we'll get a new commander, we'll reset Xarcha Atanul to be the boss of Midorden. Okay, we do not, in fact, get the quest reward when somebody else kills him. So we'll pop these right before we settle the second city. Give us the maximum chance of... well, I guess it's pretty much guaranteed that we'll remain happy due to the fact that one of our boosters is wine. Okay. Getting a lot of wine. Sisters of Mercy, find a village in Endigir and parlay with it. Well, that's easy enough. Endigir is probably not that large. Okay, so where do we want to settle here? Settling Skyene has a lot of value now that Red took this, because it sort of walls off the area east of us as ours, as long as we can keep blue out of it. So it might be a good idea to settle, let's take Skyene and this. Let's start getting the wine, and then maybe expand north to Parandy, or, I mean, we'll see what's over here first, but... I really, really think it's right to go for this place now. So, the question is exactly where? This is not a great settle for food. This has a city that will grow a lot faster. It doesn't add a lot of science, but, and it has real bad industry. But I think this is a better move. Alright, let's put down... once again, a pillar, I think. And this region has a lot of good anomalies. This is not the village, right? Because the right village has the quest glow. All right, so we move up here and we immediately go for the things that we will need to survive. So let's pick up stun next. All right, so on this next turn, before we hit the follow orders button, we want to pop those resource boosters. And our income is pretty solid. So we should be able to afford another hero in just a couple of turns. Alright, do I just crack everything? Oh hey, the dies, right. Yeah, let's crack everything, because I'm going to try to remain fervent even after the settle. Yep, 95. So I probably didn't have to pop one thing. Now we have access to plus 5% initiative per village or plus 5% life. Okay, it's not bad. We definitely want people to focus on industry. We can get this city set up relatively quickly without having to spend any dust on it, which is good. And we're basically rich now, which is also good. Okay, so here comes our Transcendent Rod. It's still Sisters of Mercy, which is to say still bad units. Somehow, Auto-Resolve lost us our Warlock, but you know, that's how Warlocks are. They die. Okay, pacify 5 villages within your empire. Very, very close to done already. Also, these guys will be pacified if we just give them 12 glass steel. Gee, where might we get that? Alright. Now, I'm going to finish leveling up Zarcha Atenal's science ability, and then this, I think, is the time to slap her into the city. The immediate early game combat sequence is over. So what, next turn probably on the hero, right? Yeah. Okay. That's cool. Actually, I don't know if I will buy a governor. I think I might actually buy a commander. I think I might buy a governor for Skyen first. So you guys, I guess, can just keep looking around. There's still ruins and stuff to find. Yeah, and we took a lot of turns off of our research by grabbing hold of our hero. Because right now she has some crazy amount of science on her. Simulate the Dorgeshi for a huge amount of wine. Well, you show me where they are, and I will do that. Alright, it would be cool if we could find 10 pearls this winter. Because I would really like to get our altar established a lot earlier this game than I did last game. It's just a free district. I'm pressing end turn without buying stuff. So, expansion support 2. This is a pretty good commander, and I like an infantry commander in the early game, so that you have enough time to build up to their extra reinforcement slots ability. Industry efficiency is fine. There's another fine commander. Industry boost. Dust efficiency 3. We do have... Our second region is a... I was about to say a slavery-friendly region. That is what I mean, but it, you know, doesn't sound awesome. But I think that's probably the way we're going to go, is feeds on bones. Lots of food, lots of industry for the new region. Okay. We're going to need another hero, and obviously we're going to need to get some more settlers out sooner rather than later. 10 spices and 10 quicksilver. What are you, crazy? Alright, let's level up our new spell. Alright, I am basically ready for combat. Let's meet red and blue, probably. Well, maybe not red, since we actually already border them. That makes me a little nervous. They can't declare war on us if they haven't met us. Maybe our next research should be boats. Maybe the research we did there should have been boats, actually, but I think it's going to be important to get out on the sea pretty quickly. It's not... Without getting out there, it's hard to judge how many ships you're going to need to be, like, competitive. So we could settle Rendair. If I were to settle Rendair, where would it be? I mean, I'd probably want to do it up here by the anomalies. It's actually kind of a crappy region, tiles-wise. Even accounting for the fact that, you know, the outputs are... Oh, dear. Blue is the necrophages. Oh. Come back with a level 4 infantry hero to get a pretty dope sword. Okay, the good news is that the necrophages are using Sisters of Mercy as their minor faction, which makes them less dangerous than they might otherwise be. We're going to need another settler. The bad news is we have necrophages. And we're about to share a border with them. Because they're going to settle south again. This is actually like such a bad position for Pink to be in. And actually, necrophages are bad for us in another way, too. They can never have a diplomatic status with us higher than Cold War. Which is... Nope, nope. You leave me alone. It's wintertime. It's hard to chase people. You better just give up. They're not going to give up. That's not a real thing. That's not how necrophages get down. How long to the next hero? It's going to be 400 by the time we get to it, so... A few turns yet. Alright, we're not getting out of here without getting attacked. Bring a settler. No thanks. No thanks, we're good. Oh hey look, it's a burned down village. Terrifying. Well, these guys are screwed, basically. I'm actually starting to get a little worried about us in general. Let's maybe make some more units. So, let's go to the unit design and at the very least put some armor on. Slow down or unsteady, which lowers attack power. I think unsteady? No, slow down. If we can manage to get a kite off, that would be cool. Alright. How much more time expensive? I made them both 3 turns, it's not so bad. Alright, I'm going to want to put out a ship. Start building it next turn. But we can put a turn of work into these guys. Yeah, they're not going to let me get away. We will survive this with a very small amount of health. We will not survive the next one. But, I don't know, maybe they'll get bored and wander off? Lose interest in us? Can't see that happening. Alright, our pillar ran out. Okay, I don't love having to make stuff out of glass steel. Glass steel is not my preferred material for this stuff, but we're gonna have to put something together. Oh, I'm too focused on the small number of things that I'm looking at and not remembering the full plan. So now our ship's gonna be a turn later than it would otherwise have been. Could be that matters, you know? It's totally possible. So we are producing 65 industry per turn. Yeah, they settled Parandy. So we have to take a Shimlar with this settler. Or else risk being settled into this corner entirely. So 65. If we were to upgrade the ship with the Fomorian Slayer thing, that's the wrong button. What do we get? This goes up to 155 and it becomes a two turns and change instead of 1 turn and change. And I really think the best thing to do is just to get the ships out quickly. Alright, here's hoping. It doesn't take all that much to get a pretty good return on investment from a single ship. Oh no, our stuff is running out. We do have enough wine to pop again, which we will. And I guess I'll sit on the die. We're only getting 1 extra influence from it. And it's not going to move us up a happiness bracket, so... Okay, purple settled all the way up against us. Where do we settle in here? It's probably near the Spiral Rock Peel, right? Spiral Rock Peel is a fantastic anomaly. It's like right here, maybe? Yeah, I think this is probably right. This gets us a little bit of dust. It's only 1 tile away from the water. Yeah, that seems right. And then we'll try to fill in Endegear quickly. I don't know if I want to go for Tralny or not. Like, going for Tralny could be risky because it would be hard to defend. Even if we put it in the corner closest to our existing settlements, it would be hard to get troops out there in time. Let's definitely start building some units. And we have enough for a hero. Should we hire a governor for the new city? I think the answer to that is probably yes. We don't necessarily need a combat hero right now. That said, the pool's looking pretty picked over. Yeah, you know what? I don't want any of these guys as a governor. So we can take Ural. He has defense boost and health boost. Unfortunately, health boost is the easiest one to get eventually, but it's quite a while into the game before that's a thing. We go for damage boost, army boost on a guy with a ranged weapon. There's something to be said for taking a reasonable support candidate as well, since we have the Rod of Verda. But I don't think that either Ploria or the Archivist are really good commanders. Their command skills are pretty weak. Maybe we do just take the speaker. Yeah, I think so. Also, it's worth noting that cultist heroes just have good stats. So let us, in fact, just throw him onto here right now. Actually, yeah, let's just do that. I was gonna say, hey, maybe I should equip him with some stuff beforehand, but I cannot, in fact, afford to do that. Right, and of course, this guy's gonna sit right here and block us. That's actually really annoying. Oh, there's 2 of them. Awesome. Oh, I wasn't mashing the... So easily distracted. Yeah, those are pretty okay stats. The approval really is what makes it work. Alright. So the key here is that we have to make it hard for the demons to get to the zealots. Hard as possible. If we lose these zealots, it is not the end of the world. If we lose the hero, I'm annoyed. Maybe I should have just retreated, that being the case, but that's not what I did. Alright, so these guys can move on to the hero. There's nothing I can do to stop that from happening. Okay, I kind of thought they might fly past him, actually, to prefer the range targets, because they often do that. Now they, yeah, now they will start doing that. But it does look to me like we're probably going to win this battle. Also, it's interesting that this guy chose to move to a position where he wasn't going to get the attack off. Not really sure I understand that. Okay, come on. Ugh. Wonderful. What fun. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Our settler will live. He'll be fine. You don't have to babysit him. Unfortunately, these guys are fast, and they fly. And that's probably good enough. Ah, I see. He moved his blockade out a little bit. Well, I'm not going to engage with them until we have our second ship, if I can avoid it. Yeah, good point. Let's start a research. Unfortunately, this is infeasible because we don't have any access to titanium at all yet. Oh, we should pick up Open Pit Mine. We're about to have wine. Do I want to do the Assimilate? The Nidya are an okay faction. Their troops are flying and they're fast. And they have circular attack, which can be really powerful. Our army is a little bit lacking in mobility unless we research the Aneka wing, which we probably should. But 5% life is a pretty small bonus. I mean, this is way more useful to us as a unit. Just trying to figure out what we need here combat stat wise. The honest answer is that I'm not really happy with either of those, and I think I'm just going to hold off for now. Alright, the settlers will get attacked by the demons most likely, but it won't matter. They can't stop us from settling the city. They'd have to attack us more times than they can. Because remember, we'll heal a small amount next turn, and then... Oh, is his plan to... Don't you do it. Don't you stand there. Alright. Yeah, even attacking us next turn won't get him the kill. We have to get to some kind of safety with this guy. Looks like they might have allowed us out. Oh no, we just barely can't get to the ruin. That is a real shame. Okay, let's I guess let's go ahead and pop this now so that I can just rush the settle at the beginning of the turn. Hopefully we'll be able to maintain happy. Alright, let's have a look around. Let's try to find... Yeah, one of these. That'll do. Sign a peace treaty in the next 10 turns. Well, we'd have to research peace. I mean, we can do that. It would actually be pretty cool if we could get peace with some of our neighbors, so that we don't have to worry so much about the necrophages. I'll give it the old college try, I guess. Okay. Bad luck so far on the sea ruins. What do we want to build next? We probably do have to keep building units. No functional army is a dangerous place to be when you're bordered by the Forgotten and the necrophages. We're definitely going to have to get some more land. It looks like there might be island over here. That may have to be our next plan. Let's head south and try to unite with our new troop here. Okay, so we managed to maintain happy. What did these guys want? They wanted, oh yes, a huge amount of resources. Well, we're probably just going to have to kill them. I don't feel bad about that. That's fine. So do we build ships or ground units? I mean, this is where I want to build my altar, I think. Build out and take more advantage of the rivers. So, you know, let's make the settler here. The settler that will claim Endiger. We'll put him down right after turn 40. Yeah, I think that makes sense. So how many turns is it until we have peace tech? Okay. We might be able to pull this quest off. Yes, we have a common frontier because you aggressively settled into me because you are a hateful monster. And I'm not even being, like, poetic. You are literally a monster who is filled with hate. Alright, we're finding stuff. Lots of dust. I feel pretty good about that. How are you not met yet? There we go. Okay, we might be able to get peace with one of our neighbors. Vaulters can sometimes be reasonable-ish. Alright, now how do I want to construct this city? We can do sort of the thing we did last time where we end up with that shape that's like two little groups of 4 that leaves you with the locations to put stuff on the edges, and then you build out to here and you end up with a shape that has as many level 2 districts as... Well, actually, no, it ends up with 4 level 2 districts and 6 unleveled districts. I may need to figure out... Spend some time looking at it and figure out a little bit better city shapes. But this build gets us good resources, and it gets us 2 more river tiles. Because we are going back for Aquapulvistics. Like, probably quite soon. Alright, if we can get a little bit of peace going, we might be able to... Man, we're going to need more land. But I suppose if we have enough islands... Yeah, if we can get 1 or 2 island regions, we maybe don't have to fight our neighbors for their land. Okay, and your turn on weather tiles of 4 of the 5 types. That is eminently doable. So here's seaweed. Do a fog stop over here. Unfortunately, we are probably going to have to end up ending our turn in lightning somewhere. I guess I may as well move 1 more space. Yeah, we can get a little bit of extra vision. So there's a lot of fortresses tightly clustered together. If we take this over without getting this fortress shortly afterward, there will be a big concern that this guy will spawn a neutral ship that will break our control here. So that is a real concern. Let's do a little bit more parlaying. We don't really have... Okay, I could end up on that. The lightning over there. Activate 2 wine boosters. I would love to do that. And give these guys a bathysphere. And in response, they'll give us... Wow. We should try to get our bathysphere. Alright. Lightning. And then I just need rain or turbulence. There's no rain or turbulence that is obviously within a single move of this guy. Let's hope we can find some over here. Well, hold on. The hero-led army search those ruins to get a couple of free boarding vessels. That is a pretty good offer. Man, this guy might have to do all of the work. I think I'm being hunted. Back up here by the city. So it looks like we're just going to have to take this. There's no way for us to afford the 180 influence that would be necessary for just this alone. That's fine. This is a fine Empire plan. Oh, but maybe I shouldn't have done that, because now we're not going to have enough influence to negotiate peace. Yeah, that's not great. Well, maybe we'll get lucky and get given a bunch of influence from searching stuff. Maybe. It's not literally impossible. You know what? I'm gonna throw another boat out there, I think. Let's grab our settler. Alright, so where am I settling in Endgear? We probably don't need to worry too much about settling the coast. So... that's pretty nice. High food anomaly on one side, high science and high industry on the other. Yeah, that's probably the one. Alright, there's some chance that we can still pull this off. What if I redevoted some people to industry? I wish I had any idea how much it was going to cost. How much time do I have on the quest? 7 turns. So we'll have Diplomat's Manse with like 4 turns worth of income time to figure out how we're going to make the money. Alright, I need to end my turn in rain or... oh no. I need to end one ship's turn in rain or turbulence. Okay, Red has closed their borders, which is a precursor to a desire for violence. I'm a level 2 boarding vessel, he's a level 2 boarding vessel, but he's injured. Alright, clean up the seas a little bit. Alright, well, it looks like it's going to be this rain, because it has to be. Man, I wish I had a spare bathysphere. So I should probably go after this guy. Yeah, we can get him with the help of the city garrison. Alright, with 3 ships, I feel fairly confident that I can take 1 or 2 of these fortresses by force, if I have to, which I may have to. So let's try to unite a little bit. This is the one where we get free ships. It would be a shame to have to destroy that fortress's garrison instead of getting it for free. Okay, and they gave us 80 dust, which I really appreciate. And of course, the seaweed is arranged so that I cannot get to this ruin in 1. But we're gonna, again, try to be putting these guys back together. You know what? Jam out 1 more. Let's just go for a full sea grouping. Okay, we really haven't built a lot of, or we haven't researched a lot of buildings. Alright, that's pretty good coverage for a pillar at this stage of the game. Do I want to throw down another one? Because I could throw down another one like right here. Or actually right here, probably. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, lots and lots of science. These are both approval anomalies. That's really nice. We're going to be in a bit of a state as far as approval goes, so let's get that market. We may actually have to go get the sewers. And we just hit the hour, so this is going to have to conclude here. Alright, let's not get involved. We can do this in force a little bit here. Now, will this fortress's garrison get to fight us? Actually, it might. I'm not entirely confident that it won't, so maybe I will. Maybe I'll give it one more turn to let everybody group up here. Alright, we've got to deal with this. Dural is only level 1, but he'll get there. He'll get to level 4. He'll get his sweet shard of Icariel. Alright, there's not really anything to pop at this point. We are... Boy. Our approval is going to tank badly. Alright, so let's get the wine extractors up. I'm actually going to put this in above the Empire Mint. Okay. And you guys need to probably construct a burrow. Even though it's not going to be a very high value burrow. And it is going to reduce our approval even further. We could take the drop. It's not that bad. But we do have to start working on building out this city. This way or this way gets me an additional river. And I'm serious about the Aquapulvistics. You guys, I mean it. Really, we will go back. Alright, well, unfortunately, that's going to have to be it for today. So, this is certainly not as promising a start as the last time, and I have a lot of concerns. The amount of land we have is a big one. Whether or not we're actually going to be able to capture and hold any of this water stuff, given the closeness of these fortresses, meaning, you know, minor faction spawns and stuff. Also, our economy's not really in that great shape. We don't have the kind of dominant science presence that I'd like to have. Basically, I'm worried about a lot of stuff, but Start definitely has potential. So, come back next time to see if we can turn that potential into something. I will see you then.